Hi, this is TomReardon, math teacher from Ohio. Many math teachers have been asking why TINspire Touchpad, and I thought I'd try to answer those questions. First of all, TINspire is a learning tool and a teaching tool. It's no longer just a graphing calculator. One of the main things that we math teachers want our students to understand well is how to represent mathematics in multiple ways. With TINspire, students can now experience this for themselves on a single screen and at their own pace. Watch. Here I'm going to use TINspire Teacher software that has an emulator. So what I'm going to do is going to look just like what a student would do on his or her own handheld. Here, this is an activity that the student is asked to grab point H and observe what happens as H is pulled to the left and right. And then the student is asked to press Control and then the decimal point and pull the point and do this several more times and observe what's happening. And hopefully while they're in their groups or in their pairs, they'll be talking to each other and saying that the ordered pair is being plotted and also the ordered pair is also being put into the table. And so let me just get a fifth point here. And what's nice is the student is doing the work, not the teacher, and again at his or her own pace. And hopefully the student will will be asked to analyze this and come up with an equation that models this data. And we'll go ahead and type in what we think the equation is. And wow, just like that. And what's nice about this is we have three representations here. We have the graph, the table, and the algebraic representation. And then on the problem, we have it in words. So all on one screen, we have these three multiple representations. Second activity is called area formulas. And you can see we have a rectangle and a parallelogram. They have the same base and height. And the student is asked to grab point H and move it up and down. And as you see, as the height changes on the rectangle, it changes also on the parallelogram. Similarly, point B changes the base. And you can see again, they always have the same base and height. And then the student will be asked to grab point P and pull it all the way to the right. And you can see that the area of the parallelogram is exactly the same as the area of the rectangle. And so now they can go ahead and generate base times height is the reason why we use that formula for the area of a parallelogram. Area of a triangle, same idea applies here. Here we have a parallelogram with the same base and height, and you can pull the base and height left and right, up and down. And then the student is asked to grab point Q, only this time asked to pull it up and over. And as you can see, two of those triangles make up one of those parallelograms, and that's how we get 1/2 base times height. But again, the student discovers it, not we just tell them. And finally, for a trapezoid, we have the same idea. And what's kind of cool about this, again, is you grab point R, pull it around, and two of those trapezoids make up one parallelogram, and you can see why we get the formula for the area of a trapezoid. Several students have trouble with signed numbers, adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing them, and also when they're all mixed up. I created this program to help students practice that. It's kind of like electronic flashcards, so I'll just kind of run through it. Okay. It says enter a 4-digit number, and the reason for that is that if you put a different 4-digit number in each time, you get the problems in a different order. I think 5 problems will be enough here. So 6 plus -1, if you type in the correct answer, super. -2 plus 5, 3, correct. So I'm going to miss this one on purpose, see what it does. Not correct, it says it's -5. And then finally I will get the last one wrong just to see what happens here. And again, oops, it is -3. And you'll notice in the background it was showing you whether you got them right or not, so this teacher can see how the student's doing. And so can the student see how he or she is doing. The final activity I want to share with you is solving quadratic equations by factoring. This is like having a teacher right by your side. The student will be asked to solve this equation and think about each step. Hopefully the student's thinking that you would get one side equal to 0. And then what would that look like? And hope the student would try that and then look and see if he or she was correct. And then factor completely. And what would that look like? And then the student would try it and then compare with what the handheld said. Then we would use the zero product property, or set each factor equal to 0, and then solve to get the equation, to get the solution. And here's a case where, again, the student proceeds at his or her own pace. It's kind of like having a teacher right by your side. So let's go ahead and summarize this here. Here, first one, we have the multiple representations. The second one was the area formulas. Third, the sign numbers. And fourth, solving quadratic equations. To get more information about this, or to get some files for free, you can go to my website, TomReardon.com. And there's a picture of part of my website there, and you can see TINspire file downloads. Go back. And then also we have education.ti.com, TI Math Inspired website. And this will also get you many, many, many activities. And my email address is here in case you would like to contact me for any reason. This is the end of the video. Enjoy.